Those Kevin Peterson watchers got their wish after Gareth Batty won the toss and elected to bat first on a cool morning at the SWALEC Stadium in Cardiff. But Peterson was to sit in the pavilion for 36 overs as two of Surrey's young stars, Rory Burns and Zafar Ansari, soon emphasised just how strong their team's batting lineup will be this season as they kicked off with a century stand which made the Peterson followers a little edgy in their seats, no doubt. A good early season crowd were at the ground to see the former England player in action. Peterson would have no doubt been impressed by what he saw from the dressing room, with both left-handers playing some very solid four-day cricket, as Surrey started a huge summer for them very well indeed. In fact, these two batted for all but 4 balls of the morning session, Peterson looking very relaxed from the distance. Why not? He had plenty to enjoy. He was able to watch a left-arm spinner in action in the form of Dean Koska too, who spoke before the game of his excitement of taking Peterson's wicket. For now, though, he was finding the Surrey openers in wonderful touch, their shots well placed and well timed as they closed in on their 100 partnership. Burns made some very handy contributions at the top of the order last summer, falling just short of 1,000 runs in LV County Championship cricket. This campaign got underway with a 50, one which used up 92 balls, which had brought him 9 boundaries. But he was out 2 balls later without adding another run to bring an end to an opening stand of 104, Graham Wagg finding the edge. Zafar Ansari followed shortly after the lunch break, 2 short of his own 50, Andy Carter bringing us the wicket to see what many viewers had hoped for, the sight of Peterson joining Kumar Sangakkara at the crease. So, after his fun at the expense of the Oxford students last week, Peterson was back in business, playing back in the LV County Championship, something many thought would never happen. And this was him soon putting bat to ball in a manner we've all become accustomed to over the years in what will now be a career-defining early part of the summer. Between them, Peterson and Sangakkara have struck more than 40,000 international runs, and the sight of them together for Surrey shows the high regard in which the LV County Championship is viewed by players right across the world. These two weren't together for long, however. Having added 39 in 9 overs, Peterson put Craig Macheda in the headlines as Colin Ingram held on, much to the delight of the home team, who may have been fearing the worst. Of course, Surrey are not a one-man nor indeed two-man team, and in next was Stephen Davis, who was soon playing smartly with a bit of luck in conjunction with his fellow left-hander Sangakkara. Given this formidable batting lineup, there is little surprise that Surrey are the favourites to win the second division title this season, and this was turning out to be a good day for them in spite of Peterson falling for 19, the lowest score of a bat-dominated day. Sangakkara has nothing to prove in this game anymore, but a run in championship cricket will be something he will want to do very well in, and he made a typically fine start. He's a man with an amazing 28,000 runs to his name in international cricket alone, and he was raising his bat in his first knock for his new employers on reaching a 50. It arrived courtesy of his 7th 4 from his 84th delivery. This is a sight we can expect to see many more times as this season develops. Into the evening session, which began with Surrey on 227 for 3, and Davis was also celebrating his half-century, with Sangakkara in the ranks and Ben Foakes joining from Essex. The early part of the season is an important one for Davis, and he started it brilliantly, reaching his 50 off his 87th delivery, from which he'd found the fence on 8 occasions. There was an inevitability that Sangakkara would go on to start his Surrey career with a century, although he never really outshone his partner Davis, with both reeling off one stroke after another of the highest quality. For a man who's hit 38 Test match hundreds and another 25 in ODI cricket, including several in the recent World Cup, there would have been no nerves, even though Sangakkara would have desperately wanted to start his time at Surrey with an innings of real note. Glamorgan could have really done with the injured Michael Hogan, but their attack will surely not be the only one to be sent to all parts by this batting lineup of Surrey's. It was an ideal day for the visitors, who have the burden of expectation on their shoulders this year. Sangakkara had moved on to 99 when he struck the second new ball to the boundary to bring him his 14th 4. The odds would have been short on him getting going in county cricket with a comfortable 100. It was reached off 162 balls and was a chance to Swan to boot. Those odds will already be dropping on the legend becoming the leading championship scorer of 2015. Davis was also at three figures before the end of a rather one-sided day of cricket. This was his 15th boundary, which took him to the 17th ton of his first-class career. At the age of 28, he should have his best years ahead of him. And his game could only develop further, with the likes of Sangakkara batting at the other end for such a long period of time. By the close, these two had added 213 runs for the fourth wicket in 51 overs, a good rate too. Davis will go again on the second morning on 109, while his partner has 112, and that's helped Surrey to a formidable total thus far of 363 for 3.